Okay, so let me share my screen now. Am I audible, right? And my screen is visible to you? Hello? Hey, what happened? You disconnect the call?
Sorry, Biswanath, I got disconnected.
Okay, so okay, let me know if my screen is visible to you or not.
It's coming. Yes, it is visible now, and I think the recording is done, right?
Yeah, recording already started.
Okay.
So if you are going to set up the Terraform with your laptop, then how you are connecting to GCP, then how you are going to provision the GCP resource, that I will be explaining bit by bit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So in your local system, you have to install Google Cloud SDK and Google Cloud. Sorry, you have to install. Let me write down here some point. Right.
Okay.
First, you have to install Google Cloud SDK in your laptop.
Okay. Do you have the link any chance,
Yes,
Biswanath?
that I'll provide you.
Okay.
And then you'll provide the you'll install the Terraform.
Okay.
Install the Terraform in your laptop, right?
Yeah.
This is the two first prerequisite. And let me send you the link, right?
Yeah.
So the installation, you are using Mac or Windows?
I'm using Windows.
Windows. So then it will be better to search Google Cloud SDK for Windows 10. Windows 10. You are using Windows 10?
Windows 10.
Yeah, so this is the right link maybe for SDK. Let me check. The proper link I will send you. Google Cloud SDK. Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud SDK. Google Cloud SDK for Windows 10. So here this one is the link. So the proper process is already if you, this link is for all common.
Okay.
Like if you are using Mac, then it's also useful. If you are using Windows, so this is the command. Just copy and something you paste over here, then click in you click on enter, press and enter, then it will automatically install, right?
Yeah.
So this link, let me ping you on chat. Okay. Here this is the proper link, and same for Terraform. Install Terraform for Windows 10. Here directly you'll click this link, or maybe Hasikup link. There is two link. This is the main link, like so if you are installing manually or the step by step process is involved, so you'll follow this process how to install Terraform.
Okay.
Once two things done, then what we'll do, and you have to enable your Google Cloud console. This is the URL console.cloud.google.com. You have to register with your Gmail ID.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me ping you this one as well. You can you make note one by one. Then if your cloud console is already in, for example, for me, this is my personal G Cloud account, right?
Yeah.
So what we'll do, first we'll have to go to navigation menu, then click on IAM and admin. Once you are there, then you will navigate to service account, right? Click on service account. Then here click service account, just create one service account. You can put the name Terraform demo, right? Once you put the name of the service account, then create continue. Then we'll ask the which rule you are going to provide. So generally you have to put the editor rule at least.
Okay.
Right, put editor rule, then click on done. It's done. Right, now just here it will show the service account. Then what we will do, just click on key.
Okay.
Here you just once you navigate to this page, what you will do, you will click on add key, create a new key. Just create a JSON, you will select JSON and click on create. Then it will download. So let me fix the download location. The download location where I am right now, I am in Terraform practice. This is my folder, and let me change the name. This is my key.
Okay.
Key.json.
So it should always be in JSON format.
It's
.json
already
extension.
just you put the name.
Okay.
And click on save. Yes, that key. And quickly let me check whether my key already populated here or not. So if you are familiar with ls Linux command, so you'll put ls my -al. So as you can see, the key.json already in place here.
Yeah.
Right. So how the file looks like, let me show you.
Okay.
This is the file looks like.
Okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
now already your key is here. So what we'll do, so the next step we'll have to enable the binding editor. There is two way, whether you'll create through console or gcloud command also you can create, and binding the editor rule. There is two
Okay.
way, right?
Yeah.
And then what would be the your next would be export command use. And let me copy this one, copy, and here let me create a solid command. Then let me find out the path, exact path. So what command you will put, pwd to check the path. This is my total path. So after this whole path, last it will become my key.json. So what I'll do, copy this whole path and put here, and lastly I'll add the
JSON.
key.json. Oh my god, key.json, right? So
Yeah.
this is my okay, here you need to put the slash after tfnet, right? So this path I just this would be my path. Let me check whether my path is perfect or not. So with the maybe if it is a Windows, then the path should be like this, right?
Yeah.
But for Linux the path should be different. This is for Windows. For your machine you will follow this path. right?
Yeah.
And same, I have already set up the path, so it is not required for me, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so maybe let me quickly try with this the Linux command as well, and okay, let me try if it will work or not, or let me try. But you must will follow the command which I am telling you,
Okay.
right? But the Windows export, it will not work. Export is for Linux, right?
Yeah.
There is one command called set for Windows, remember that,
Yeah.
right? So now let me check print env, printf env, printf
Environment.
env, print env, print env. This is the command to check your environment variable is set or not.
Okay.
So this is the one,
Yeah. It is set.
right?
Yeah.
So now my key already set in my local laptop,
Yeah.
and I'll check my gcloud command is working or not, Terraform is working or not, I'll check.
Okay.
So gcloud hyphen version, put this to check whether your Google Cloud SDK install or not. We'll check. If install, this message will come, right?
Yeah.
And same, we'll check the Terraform version, if Terraform install or not. Terraform hyphen v or version, you can put either way.
Okay.
Terraform version.
I think one hyphen only.
No, 2 hyphen we need to put, but the error is something different. The error we need to fix the export for my Linux machine, right? So my Linux system, this would be my path for my Terraform.
Okay.
Terraform for Windows something different, right? So now let me check Terraform hyphen version. Now it is showing my Terraform version is this
1.5. Yeah.
right?
What is the command for Windows machine?
Same, Terraform hyphen version.
No, the export command.
To set your path, set path equal to this.
Okay.
But for Windows, what we'll do, there is a do you know where you can get the environment variable?
Yeah, I think
Left hand side Windows search, you just type environment variable, then one graphical interface will come out, then you'll go there, then one option will come to set put the path directly, you put the path over there.
Yeah, it is in system properties.
System property, manually you can also do, and you can also you can use through PowerShell,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
So as soon as you just left hand side will come, it will display like Windows icon, then search environment variable, then we found, right? Hope you understood all these things.
Yeah, got it.
Now the actual Terraform file format we need to understand how what are the file you have to write to interact with Google Cloud platform, right?
Correct.
So now let me delete this unnecessary file.
How did you get this terminal?
Here you just there is option terminal, new terminal, click on new terminal, right?
Oh, this is your Visual Code, is it?
Visual Studio Code,
okay,
right?
So we write code in Visual Studio Code.
You can write in Visual Studio Code, right? Okay. You have to install Visual Studio Code as well in your laptop.
Okay.
One more point you add on, let me put, if your ID you have to install, any ID. If you are comfortable with VS Code, that is fine.
Okay.
VS Code install in your laptop. That point you note down somewhere, right? Now we'll come back to the Terraform file format, right? Let me delete this one because this is one more file. I'll explain why I'm delete. This is my local state file, that also let me delete. Yes. And yeah, so now what I'll do, I'll create a server. So in this folder you have to write the name instance. Instance is nothing but it is called any server, like if you have any idea about server and all these things, then this is same. Now I am going to create a server in GCP environment, right?
Yeah.
So this is my main.tf file. So main.tf file, this is a declarative language. Terraform is a declarative language. So here this is a create VM code, and then resource, this is a Google compute instance, and then this is resource type, and this is called resource type, and this is called resource name. What is the resource name? Resource name is VM instance, right?
Yeah.
Then I have created 3 variable. That variable I need to define. I have not defined as of now. So where I'll have to define that variable? In variable.tf.
Variable.tf,
tf, right? So if I'm not defining the variable here, the other option which we can, here I can define the variable in provider.
Okay.
Right? For example, provider is Google, and inside the provider you can provider, because we are interacting with Google, so you have to one more file you have to add on, provider.tf, and this is the syntax: provider, Google, and opening curly brackets and closing curly brackets, right? So now
and what does main.tf include?
You can also add main.tf, but best practice to create separately, right?
Okay. No, what will be there in main.tf?
Yes. So the main.tf file is the name of the VM. What should be my server name? And which zone, if you are little bit understanding about GCP, zone is where the server will create.
Correct.
Zone is nothing but is a Google data center, right?
Yeah.
Then what would be the machine type? Boot disk. Boot disk should be Debian. Linux operating system. I am taking this image. This is the publicly available, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And what would be my network to provision the instance? So this is the simple basic script to provision a VM, right?
Instance. Yeah.
So here the error is coming, independent error, right? So let me fix that. Okay, so what I'll do, let me create a variable for required variable. So required variable, I can take either you can define the variable name, or maybe you can export the variable. So either way I'll guide you. First let me find out the GCP project name, which project I am working. GCP is mainly it is working with the project based, right?
Yeah.
So this is my project. My project name is this is my project, my first project, but always will use the project ID to communicate with my project, right?
Yeah.
So let me put here my project name. This is my project name, right? And I want to set up the server in the zone US Central 1C. So let me export. Either way, whether you will use directly export the variable, right? Otherwise you can that variable you can define here as well. Let me show you that in provider or variable.tf. So here let me put the project ID, region, June. Based on your main.ta file, name, June, and these two things is required here, name and June, right? So that name and June name should be same here. So name, I mean this is the project name, and the variable okay, instance type, the instance variable and name, and this here inside these curly braces you have to, okay, let me edit here. This is the name, this is June, and this is instance type, right? So this is the default. You can put the default, the June default. Maybe I can put the default equal to what the variable I just taken here. Okay, here, okay, so let me first define the June. So what would be my June? June would be US Central 1C. So you little bit explore. If you don't know what is June, what is region in GCP, you just you study in GCP document. You can find out what is region and June, right? So now what I'll do, I'll copy this June name and put over here. This is the just double quote and put over here. This is my instance June. The default is this one, and also the instance name may be the variable I need to set default and something okay, default equal to my first VM or my test VM, right? My test VM. So my VM name, I set up my June setup, then instance type is already set up, and I am also taking the default network to provision the instance, right? So this part is done, but here is also don't use export. Here only either you can define project ID or region or June, that's it, right? If you will define here or directly you put the variable name, right? So let me check the project ID here. Okay, so this is the things which I set up. Then now what I'll do, for example, now I am going to create a VM. What I'll do, my first command would be Terraform init.
Okay.
Terraform init. I mean initialize the dependency and install everything, right?
Okay.
Then it will create a these two file, my state file created now, right? So now I'll check the plan. Terraform plan. So plan will ultimately it will show the what all these things will be going to provision. So these are the two things is throwing the error because the capital letter I have written. So let me comment. So one more thing you have to understand in Terraform, how you can comment also. That is one important part.
Okay.
Right. So either double backslash, or if you if you want to comment the multi-line, right? There is a backslash star, and then and also you put the here in end you also put star and backslash. So this is the multi-line command. I mean multi-line comment or single line. I hope you remember. You can remember that how to comment the multi-line and single line in Terraform.
It's backslash and then star, right?
Backslash slash for single line and backslash star backslash for multi-line comment.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So now let me quickly check whether my error is gone or not. Now completely gone. Right.
Okay.
Now what the server is going to provision, here you can check. This is my details, server name and where is the instance. This is the firewall rule will create. This is firewall rule. I'll just show you the instance creating. Subnetwork management. The other code is also fetching, but it is not valid for you now. So I'll show you the VM part. Right, this is the VM. My VM will create, right, and my VM name should be test. My VM name should be, where is the name of the VM? Okay, so the name of the VM is taking this one, right? Why it is taking? Let me tell you, right? The variable which we have defined here, this is main.tf. These are the variable here fetching from the different location.
Yeah.
Different location in my here in my private.tf. The variable is this is the variable. Yes, this is the variable which is taking from module. So in Terraform there is one option called module. So I have written this code is a modular wise. I mean, if your future requirement to add one more VM, so you should not worried about your base code. Just here you will come and call in module one more module. Then the same instance code will be fetched. I mean, in this instance main.tf whatever code, that will be fetched to the source, and if you will add one more module to create your another VM, that will create automatically, right? So that's the things. But now what I'll do, I'll this variable for now I'll comment out because it is not valid for now, right? Because I am using module, so my variable is coming from module, right? So the private dot here is the module. I have already defined the variable, my instance name this and my instance June this. That name and June I have calling here. Name is variable dot instance name, June equal to variable dot instance June. Hope you understood, right?
Yes, I got it.
So now I am going to hit the what I'll do here. Let me clear the screen. Clear. Now this is my final go to provision the instance in GCP. Once we hit Terraform apply, we will check GCP environment whether my VM is creating or not.
Okay.
Terraform, this is my local laptop, right? Terraform apply. I'll just hit here, asking me the this missing the required argument. The line number 35. Also will fix that. That is also one good thing. Like in the runtime, how we are fix the issue. It would be helpful for you, right? So line number 35, that is management VM. This is the management VM, right? So in management VM 35 line number something wrong. 35.
Closing bracket. It's in
35 here. So management VM is saying that, what's saying, the management TA line number in module management USVM, the argument instance type is required, but no definition was found. Instance type, okay, instance type, okay, instance type. Okay, let me find where is the instance type. This one is the instance type, right?
Yeah.
So this instance type value should be defined there.
Yeah, T1, N1, something like that, correct?
Here I'll put equal to double quote. Then my instance should be let me okay, yes, this one. Oh, that is not required. Actually, what I'll do,
We have
it
commented,
should
yeah.
not comment,
Yeah,
right?
we have commented it out. Yeah, that's
So that's why it's a issue. But right now, let me don't change here. Let me comment out here. Now it will work. This is also good thing. I mean, runtime we are fixing the error.
correct.
Terraform apply. Now it should work, right?
Yeah.
So here again, project required field is not set, saying that the project name is not set, right? That also is set. First error will see the line number for management TF. Line number for management TF. Line number for management TF is the project. Okay. So project ID required field is not set, that is the project. So let me set the project ID for all in the common. Okay, what I'll do, this is the project ID which I had set in my provider.tf. Here let me set project ID. Project and ID. Here we can put, or maybe that we can put everywhere, which project it is going to create. Okay. Okay, let me do that. Okay, let me quickly check. First error I'll check now. Terraform apply provider line number 6 is provider Google. Line number 6 provider Google. Okay. And this one comment. Now let me apply. Click on apply. Project ID robust in this line number 3 unsupported argument here.
Provider ID, I think. There should be some space after project ID.
Project ID space. But what I can do, I can directly define here. Here it is required the project ID, and also here is also required project ID. Maybe put the project ID. Let me quickly check whether it is working or not. The line number 3. Okay, let me comment out here. Okay, it's okay. If it is not supported now, it's okay. So let me delete that. Everything is delete. My provider.tf, already I have a file. Let me open that quickly. My provider.tf, right? I have a file here, document, the provider Terraform demo 2. This one, my provider file also here. Here also provider.tf, main.tf. Generally here also you can check in the best practice to search in Terraform official website. The Terraform provider.tf for GCP. Here directly you come here and check how the project ID and all these things we need to mention, something like, right? Got it?
Yeah, project ID. Okay.
So let me put here and let me copy from here, copy, and let me put the value here. My project ID is this one, right? So now let me comment out here two things. Okay, so now let me check. Yes,
It is good. Yeah.
now it is creating the GCP most maximum resource is creating, like whatever it is showing, the resource is creating in GCP. So let me quickly show you. This is my GCP platform, right? And just you'll click on navigation menu, and because I was creating a server, you just select on compute engine, so it will reflect here, right?
Correct.
Let me quickly refresh, but meanwhile it is creating VPC and all things is creating. Let me show you. VPC creating, firewall rule creating, a couple of things creating. As you can see, this firewall rule just now created. The management, allow, private, all these things. And also the other thing, yeah, network I wanted to show you, right? The VPC network.
Correct.
As you can see, the management network, my network, private network just created now, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, so VM also it will create. So let me quickly refresh. You see, VM created.
We have created it.
Right. So let me quickly come back to the here I'll check the log. So the couple of error is throwing, that is like the N1 standard VM currently unavailable. That is expected because in publicly it is not available. If I'll change in my the N1 standard to some upgraded one, so again my code will work.
Okay.
Right. So let me quickly try also that one. For example, this machine N1 standard 1, but the other location is not available. This location is available, but other location is not available. Maybe N1 standard machine, I'll just let me copy, then I'll put the value N1 standard 2. But where is that error? That error is management, and then management VM, right, and private VM. Okay, so my management VM instance, okay, so then I need to put here the value, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but if I put the common variable, that is the magic. If I'll change here, right, N1 2, let me try. Everywhere it will take the N1 standard 2. So let me apply again quickly. Yes, this is one good learning for you.
Yeah.
Right, so now N2 is supported. If not, then we'll upper like N4, N3, N4. So what is instance is currently unavailable. It is also not available, right? So the which standard will supported now, will check the Google document.
Okay.
For example, you are here and you will just click on create VM console. Okay, I'm in wrong project, sorry. Now come back to the main project. For example, I am here and I want to create one more VM manually. Then here we can check the instance ID, right, or the N2, N1, N2. This is the N1, N1 standard 1. What is the location wise? N1, 2. Maybe let me take the 4, right, -4. Whether it is working or not, we'll check. So let me put the 4 because few location the image is not available, so that's the problem is coming, right?
Okay.
Publicly the image is not available, that's why it is not able to create the server. Yeah, hope you understood, right?
Yeah, got it.
So now instance VM is currently unable in the US Central 1 June. It's also not available. I mean some zonal issue, right? So that's why it's not creating. But anyway, our code worked properly as we checked. Okay, let me come back to the console. This is my console, right? Here you can see one more thing. One more thing I'll show you, but quickly validate the VM. The VM created, right?
Yeah.
And creation time also you can check the creation time,
Correct.
right? So now quickly I'll just show you how we can create a bucket,
Okay.
right? Okay. Okay. This is the okay. Let me quickly. This is my one more. This is the demo 2, and this one is Terraform plus GCP. Okay. Okay. So now come back to my demo page, and yeah, this one. So here I want to quickly show you the how we can create a bucket, right?
Yeah.
So this is my one of the bucket code. So let me quickly copy and add on in my code. My code is already there, so I want to add on. I want to create one more bucket. So where I'll do that, what I'll do, I'll just add on one more folder. Yes, so this is the Friday day, so this is the management, this is the instance, right? So here in instance, or maybe here in instance, let me create one more folder that is called no, I create a file here, or what I can do, because it's a modularized, so inside this I can also call this code here.
Okay.
If I'll call my bucket code, my bucket is also, it will create. So how it will create bucket, let me show you. So Terraform apply, then I'll quickly check my bucket is created or not. I'll just come back to GCP console, and here you can search GCS,
Yeah.
storage bucket. So here the bucket name was, what was the bucket name?
Quick Labs, July 5th. Yeah, it is created.
Yes, created. See,
Yeah.
this is the power of Terraform. How quickly the resource is creating, right? This is the power of Terraform, and how we can quickly provision the resource quickly, all this. I mean, hope you understood all these things, like from the scratch, how what the prerequisite, how to set up service account, then how to interact with GCP to your local laptop to Google Cloud platform. Hope you understood the whole scenario.
Yeah, I got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then I'll wrap up this call. If you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll wrap up this call.
I think for now I am good. What I'll do is I'll just give it a try on my local machine. I'll try to set it up and try running few Terraform scripts. In case if I come across any issues, I will contact you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.
Thank you. And one